Who wants to talk about Spider-Man? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Bill, Bryan, two men behind Spider-Man.
Hey, true believer!
Yay!
Oh, I'm leaving. Here, I'm leaving. Bill, I'm Andy, but I'm leaving.
See Andy.
I'm leaving.
Andy, #1 DC Comics fanboy, gotta get out of here.
What?
Yeah. Hey guys!
Hey!
Hey.
Hey!
Brian,
Doing cool stuff.
I like your t-shirt.
No big
thank
deal.
you very
Video
much.
games are cool.
You can get it at kindafunny.com/store. They cut away during the promo.
And you can get this shirt at the Insomniac Game Store as well.
Oh, now they cut away during the promo. All right, there you go. All right, good. It's all working. It's working.
So we're here to talk about Superman, right?
No, that didn't happen. It didn't happen.
One day.
That's right.
It's Spider-Man.
Yeah, he's everywhere.
Yes.
That's right.
Brian, how long have you been working on Spider-Man?
Few years.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's it like to see the Spider-Man shirt in the crowd at E3? People out there with
It's absolutely fantastic. It's so awesome to see people repping the colors, repping the White Spider.
Yeah, man.
Because that was a big deal when we first announced the game. People were like, the White Spider, what's that mean? And just to see it kind of connect with people has been pretty awesome.
Still is a big deal. I'll see if I like it by the end of it, all right?
Yeah, I know you're
You
not,
talk about maybe I can customize the suit, maybe I can do some
can.
things. Yeah.
Definitely, you can craft new suits and new suit powers and everything. So yeah, if you're not,
I'm not saying I'm against it. Just saying it looks weird.
I remember,
I
remember specifically you going, hey, we're going to give you Game of Show last year, but I still don't like the White Spider.
I may
like
have
you,
said
Greg.
that. I may have said that. And now I wear the Spider-Man
Come
shirt.
around.
Kids
There
give
you
me
go.
a lot
Yeah,
of crap
there
on
you
the
go. There
internet.
you
A lot of
go.
crap
Right.
on the internet
Right.
about that.
I'll tell you, that was a big risk because going into it, we were like, there have been many different suits, and there have been many suits that people didn't kind of like because the original Spider-Man costume is probably the best designed costume of all time. So like, before we change a thing, let us study it. Let us understand the color language. What does the red mean? What does the blue mean? And if we were going to add another color or change an item, what would that be and why?
Yeah.
So when you really look at the suit, we approach it like he's making it for himself. He's an engineer, he's also an athlete. So the way he sculpted it, when you look at the red, it's giving support to the muscles. When you look at the blue, it's breathability, it's flexibility. When you look at the white, it's giving him protection. So its form follows function. Everything has a reason, and the team, Jacinda Chu and the whole team really thought it through.
I think it just looks cool.
That's the only function, my friends.
Well, I love even reading the Game Informer stuff. There was talk about like, the reason this suit exists is explained in the opening of the game.
Yeah. Basically, in the first couple hours, we explain how the suit comes to be.
Yeah.
That's great. I got to play it, and I'm very excited about that.
Yes.
Oh my! It feels like what you remember Spider-Man 2 feeling like, which I think is the ultimate compliment.
Thank
when
you.
you just go, when you get to the apex of the swing and you just see the horizon, it's just like overwhelming. It
Thank you.
just feels so awesome. It looks beautiful.
Thank you.
And man, it's just fun to move around.
Yeah, that's a big testament to the Insomniac team, the design team, the environment team, the lighters. If I leave everybody, it's the Insomniac group, just really making sure that this feels like a really authentic New York, but also a Marvel New York.
Yeah.
So, when you look at it now in motion, and you see it, and the release date is on the horizon, I don't know if you know it's close.
Finally, did we give you a date?
You did. Now the next question is, when do I find out about the PlayStation 4 Pro Special Edition? Does it look good? Do you have images on your phone? Is it just the red one with the white spider? Because that image
Greg,
they
all the
put out.
colors have a reason. Okay. On
The,
the PlayStation.
breathability of the Pro.
Yes! It flows.
When you look at it now and see it in action, for us it all seems so seamless and so perfect and so what we want, right? I've played it too. It's awesome. What was the biggest hurdle to getting there? Was it figuring out how the swinging works? Was it how indoor environments work? Like, what do you think was the biggest challenge?
I think a couple things. Swinging was just taking what we learned from Sunset Overdrive and now applying it to Spider-Man.
Smart. Yeah!
That's right, yes.
Dude, let him get this game
We'll
out,
see.
all right? Jeez. But also, Song of the Deep 2 would be really cool.
Okay. Then combat, we had never made a third-person melee game before, so that was a challenge for us. And I would say traversal on combat on Sunset Overdrive gave us a step up. We had to take a little bit longer, but I was like, we really hit this groove in the last 6 months on combat, and those guys really, it's funny, when we said it's got to feel like an Insomniac game, that's when it just kind of started to all click. And then on the story side is finding that balance between emotion and humor, and then nailing the voice of Peter, making him feel like he's likable, relatable, vulnerable, and so It's really fucking hard. So, sorry, freaking hard. Sorry, it's really hard.
No, we've been cursing the whole time.
Oh, really?
We're still
Okay.
not sure if we're allowed to, but we keep saying fuck it.
All right. It's really freaking hard.
Yeah.
What I loved about the new trailer.
Tell me what you love.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you all about it. What I loved about it is that we've seen kind of everything from this game so far being kind of a new, fresh take on Spider-Man. Mr. Negative being focused on, which isn't necessarily somebody that a lot of people are familiar with.
Yep.
But then we got this trailer. We got the familiar. We're going through, and we were all watching at home, freaking out. Where it's like you start to see them one by one, and you're like, there's gonna be 6.
Were you
There's
down?
gonna
Look
be
very
6.
sinister.
What's
yeah.
gonna happen,
Counting,
man?
yeah.
And then when the end, and you just don't know who that 6th one is. I just love.
Who's your guess?
I don't know, man.
Aunt May.
Aunt May's like our lead.
I've heard my favorite is Iron Man. Someone said Iron Man the other day. I'm like, Iron Man?
Hey,
Oh, sure.
You know what I
Who
mean?
knows?
You're gonna bring the Marvel Cinematic Games universe together, right?
And I love that we did a cliffhanger because that's a Marvel tradition. Growing up reading the comics, you get to the last
yeah.
page and Spider-Man says, "You," and it's like, "Who is it?" To be continued, true
I love
believer.
it. I love it, man. Keep
Stay
the hype
tuned.
up.
So, was there a concern with that trailer of showing too much? You guys have been great about
Yeah,
keeping it
actually,
guarded.
there was a moment at the end where we actually pulled back. We were going to show actually just a little bit more, and actually we
Right.
decided hold it back.
Because the fans are really, really freaking smart, and we knew you would
Actually,
figure
no,
it out.
I will tell you something. This is my last thing I do for E3.
Sure.
Originally, it was going to have a voiceover at the end, and we took it out. I haven't told anybody that.
What was she gonna sound like?
Oh.
It was Robert Downey Jr.'s voice, actually.
Originally, we were going to have a voiceover, and we said we don't need it, and we pulled it out.
Do you feel?
It was Aunt May saying, "Peter, I brought you the wheat cake."
When I talk to you, you're always like, "Oh man, there's still more coming. There's still more coming."
There's
Is
still
there
more
more
coming.
coming for this even? Like, or do we still not understand the whole story, the whole layout?
I don't think. I mean, there's a lot of surprises, and I will say, there are things. A lot of questions. You guys, what's it like working with Marvel? What's it like working with Marvel? Did they say you can't do anything? And I'm like, when you play this game, you're going to be shocked how much they let us do.
And that was
true.
part of the reason it's anything good that Marvel does, whether it's a comic book, TV show, a movie, it's always best when we find the best talent and combine it with the characters they're meant to be with and let them tell their story. Let them give their version of the character. Give whatever support we can, brainstorm help, but otherwise step back and let them do their thing. And when they have awesome ideas, let's embrace it. If it works for the character, if fans are gonna love it, let's embrace it.
And I will say there was a moment where we left for the holiday, and there was something we were discussing, and I came back and I said to Bill and Mike and Eric, I go, I really want to do this. And we played the game. We all played the game, and we're like, all right, let's go.
That's
And
awesome.
It was really, and to have that support and to be willing to take that risk was pretty awesome.
I have a final question for each of you.
Yes.
I'm gonna start with Bill.
Sure.
The question is, this is the question. How you doing?
Doing great, Greg. How are you? Doing amazing and spectacular.
I thought we had put this to bed a long time ago. You can cheer the Spider-Man references, yeah?
Yeah. I got that reference.
Yeah.
I got that.
I understood that.
Yes.
I thought we put this to bed a long time ago.
Okay.
But it's popped back up, and people like to fight me when I argue about it.
I'm one of those guys.
Do you want, as Marvel Games, are you pushing for a shared universe between Crystal's Avengers and Insomniac?
I will say this. Right now, we just want to focus on making the best Spider-Man game. We don't want to put the cart before the horse.
Sure.
I think something like that, does it sound exciting? Does it sound really cool? Yes. But let's just focus. This is our, our most ambitious game yet.
Yeah.
So to look beyond that, I think would be foolish and foolhardy. And I think we want to just focus on the game, make it awesome. We'll see where it goes from there.
Okay. Thank you. Bryan,
Yes, Gregory.
the end is in sight. September's right around the corner.
Yeah.
What do people need to know about Spider-Man?
I will tell you that when we set out to make this game a few years ago, we said we not only want to deliver the best superhero experience we could do, but also deliver an amazing and emotional Peter Parker story. And I feel like that's what makes the comics so great. That is what most recently has made the movie so great. So that has been our goal from day one. And yes, you're gonna have awesome traversal. Yes, you're gonna have exciting combat. But we wanna deliver a human story that really connects people to Peter as much as Spider-Man.
Awesome.
Can I say one more thing?
You may,
At
but
one
only
of the-
because I'm a benevolent guy.
At one of the first times we met, we were at Insomniac, and we had a lunch break, and we were sitting around the table, and we were all kind of telling our Spider-Man story and how we grew up loving Spider-Man. And after about 10 minutes, we all realized that when we were all 7 years old, we all had Spider-Man underoos and used to run around the house with them. And Bryan would actually wear multiple underoo T-shirts to school because he didn't know what hero he might need to be. So I got to thinking, and I knew you've probably now outgrown your underoos.
Yes.
And I think maybe it's time for an upgrade. So may I present to Bryan Intihar.
I love it.
New, upgraded Spider-Man, fully licensed.
I did not know he was going to do that.
And you can purchase a copy of these at Target. Buddy.
Put them on now!
For my other
Put
Spider-Man.
them on now! Put them on now! Without the pants! Put them on! All right,
I'll just
good.
let you know I'm wearing
Oh,
mine
he's
right
wearing them
There we
too!
go. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yes.
You are an athletic man. You are an athletic man. Ladies and gentlemen, these guys are making Spider-Man. When's it come out?
September 7th.
September 7th. Give them a round of applause.